Obviously, like I was telling you, I already did all the odds with my other class. So when I post the solutions, you can kind of double check. That's what I want you to do. You should walk in here tomorrow and tell me you either understood everything or specific problems that you didn't know. All right? Now, what I want someone to do is I want everybody to look at number 2 for me, and I want someone to tell me what the answer is. What? -9? What else?
Or 9.
-9 or 9. Now, why is that? Because now here's where you need to pay attention. If I say the absolute value of 9, what is that? 9. If I say the absolute value of -9, what is that?
9.
So the absolute value, there are 2 solutions most of the time. All right? Now, for us, we're going to say instead of writing x equals 9 or x equals -9, those are the solutions. Mathematicians write as quickly as they can, all right, as abbreviated as they can. So to write the solution, you can write it as x equals plus or minus 9. That's how you could say it. X is equal to plus or minus 9. Again, why is that? Because the absolute value of 9 is 9, absolute value of -9 is 9. So you're always looking for 2 solutions. All right, now I'm going to jump to number 4. So what do I want inside the absolute value to equal? What do I want that to equal?
11.
Or?
-11.
That's exactly correct. What is inside the absolute value could be 11, or it could be what? -11. Now, what's inside the absolute value, though? Go ahead. I like what you said. What's inside the absolute value right now?
9.
No,
Or
what's
X
in
minus 9.
x minus 9? Thank you, Carter. X minus 9 is inside the absolute value. Are you awake back there?
Yeah.
Come on. X minus 9 equals 11. What is the other option again? X minus 9 could equal what? That's it. All right, now we have a question.
So we're not actually trying to solve it.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. We're going to solve it for sure. All right? I'm just writing down the process of how to solve an absolute value equation. All right, now from there, we solve it. And here's where we can do a little mental math. What does x equal here? 20. Or x could equal what?
2.
What?
2.
-2.
-2. That's what I'm talking about. Take your time to get a right answer. Diesel, are you with me? There is no excuse. This is what you have to have down on your paper right there. That's what you have to write down. All right, nothing short, nothing less, no abbreviations. All right, now, your job right now is to tell me, hey, I'm not sure what you're doing. Go.
What if it's...
No, what ifs. I got 30 problems here. I'm going to cover all the what ifs. All I need you to do is say you understand or don't understand number 4.
I don't understand -9.
Okay, so now we're going to work on our work here, okay? So I'm going to drag this down out of the way. So here we go. How do we solve -9? What do I do to both sides? Very good. We add 9. Right? Do I need to go any further? Are you good? Add 9.
Okay.
All right, come on now. This is what I'm saying. You ask now. Ask now when you don't understand something. What?
Why is there a negative in front of the 11?
Have you been listening? Come on now. You know I'm going to get on you because I think you're smarter. What did I say about number 2? Why are there 2 answers?
Because we're going to be a positive.
That's exactly right. So what I'm telling you in here, see if you understand me now. If I say absolute value of 11, what does that equal?
11.
That's why this inside here is there. What's the absolute value of -11?
11.
That's why it's equal to there. Now watch what happens, everybody who's got your hand up. If I plug 20, come on. If I plug 20 in for x, what's 20 minus 9?
11.
What's the absolute value of 11?
11.
11. Now, what happens if I plug in -2 for x? Let's find out. What's -2 minus 9? What's the absolute value of -11? So those are my two answers. Leighton, go.
I thought if it was like inside the lines, it would become positive.
There's nothing I can do for that question. No, that's not correct. I didn't say you automatically change the -9 to a +9. No, we don't do that. Nope, that's exactly what I'm telling you. What's inside the absolute value can be 11, and what's inside the absolute value can be -11. Did that make sense, Hubble?
Yes.
What about here?
Could you do x equals positive
90? No. Sometimes it'll be the same number. Most of the time it will not. You hear me? You with me? Quickly.
So do you have to solve both of them, or do you just solve them?
Do you want the right answer? Right? I mean, that's kind of silly. If there was something different to do, I would show you the different way of doing it. That's how you solve all these problems. All right? And this is the what? Easy problems. And as I go down to 30, it's getting a little bit what? It's a little bit harder. All right, a little bit harder. All right, not really harder if you are good at solving equations. All right, so come on now. I'm on number 6. Here we go. So I want someone who's been paying attention, Miss Pliego. Thank you very much. And tell me the two equations here. Loud and proud. Let's go. X plus 9 equals... Good. And then x plus 9 equals... You are amazing. That's what I'm telling you. It's that simple. Every single time, that's what you're doing. You with me? So now, I'm -9. So x could equal what? 7. Subtract 9 again. X could equal... There you go. Those are your two choices. What do you think happens if I plug in 7 or -25? I'm going to get 16. That's exactly correct. Aiden, are you in the game? What about you? All right, it's looking nice. Very nice. All right, here we go. On number 8, Hubble. Write the two equations. Loud and proud, Hubble. Come on. And you're awesome. So now what? Good. Now, is this the case where I can do the plus or minus? Yes, because they're both the same number. So now we have x is equal to plus or minus 3. Now remember, you're not allowed to just write down what I'm writing. Does everybody understand me? You understand what I'm saying, right? Do the work and check your work and see if you're good. All right, Jack, give me the two equations for number 10. Go. Loud and proud, I got to hear you.
5x plus 7 equals 12.
And then?
5x plus 7 equals -12.
Okay. Now what's the next step?
You would subtract 7.
Subtract 7.
Or add 7.
What I'm asking about 12 minus 7. You having trouble with that?
No. It's 2. Wait, 5.
So x equals 1. Slow down there, cowboy. All right, next. What do we get? 5x equals what?
5x equals 5. Wait, oh, wait. Wait, yeah.
Shh. Oh, what? Negative 19. So x is equal to, we're allowed fractions, negative 19 over 5. You see, some of you guys, you're not the only ones having a little bit of trouble, right? See, even Jack has trouble every once in a while. All right, I agree with that. All right, here we go. Now, same thing every single time. Same thing every single time. All right. All right. Joseph, let me see you write this. Go.
X.
Loud and proud. Come on.
X over 4 plus 7 equals 3. X over 4 plus 7 equals -3.
Now what?
Negative minus 7.
Good.
So it's x over 4 equals negative 3. It's negative 4.
Yeah, see? Jack knows exactly how you feel.
And
So
the
x
next one
equals?
is x equals 1.
No!
Negative.
No! How do you undo division? So my answer is?
Negative 16.
Yes, negative 16. All right, come on. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't worry about making a few mistakes. Fix the little mistakes you're making. Now, next side, what do I do?
It's x over 4 equals 4.
Negative 3 minus 7.
It's 5.
What are you trying to tell me here? Negative 3 minus 7. You owe 3 and you owe 7, so you owe what? I know what you're doing. Just tell me the answer now.
Negative 10.
Thank you. And then what? X equals?
Negative 40.
Yes. Come on now. Here's what I'm trying to tell some of you guys. Don't be worried about making a mistake. Just make the mistake and learn from it. That's it. Come on. Don't let me do the problem. Do you understand me? Get on the next problem. All right? Good.
Can I go back?
I don't care about the bathroom. Hurry up. I'm learning.
Can I see number 10 again?
What? Why are you asking me about 10 again?
Okay, thank you.
No,
Oh.
because it's a special problem. Nope. Maybe. If you're going to get it right, you can do it. What's the answer?
I.
Tell them what the answer is. Yes, tell them what the answer is.
4x.
No.
Oh, it's 3.
No. Stop. What is it? Come on, man.
Okay?
Absolute value of 4x minus 3 equals negative 9. Oh, here we go. Listen here. Yeah, tell me the answer.
Oh, so you do minus.
No.
Oh, it's 24.
Tell them the answer. Tell them the answer.
It's negative.
Stop. No.
Negative 24.
Why?
Oh, I know.
Because 4x minus 3 can't equal negative 9 without, like, it can't be a whole number. It has to be a decimal.
Stop with that explanation. Why is it no solution?
What? I got a solution.
Why is there no solution?
The solution is not.
Stop.
Stop. No solution. Seriously.
No solution. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that information. It is no solution. Here we go. Why is it no solution?
Because 4x minus
When I
3.
take the absolute value
can't
of a
happen.
number.
Because you said that positive.
Oh, here we go. Tell us.
Because it can't be a negative because the absolute is not negative.
That's exactly
It just doesn't
right.
make
Patched
sense.
up in the back feels good to be smart, doesn't it?
I like
Yes. So here we go. Listen to me real quick. Again, absolute value. Hey, you're interrupting. Absolute value. Is it possible for the absolute value to ever be negative? No, no matter what I do here, when I take the absolute value of that number, it's going to have to be positive. Come on, guys. You just missed a great lesson. So again, for those of you guys who are just joining me, the absolute value has to be set equal to a positive. It can't be negative. No matter how hard I try, when I take the absolute value, it's going to be positive. Quickly. Absolute value just simply means how far away you are from 0. Right? So again, it's talking about a distance. Do you agree? So if it's referring to a distance, it's like me saying, draw negative 3 inches or draw negative 10 miles. You can't do that. Right? So every time we do a problem, when you take, like if I said, what's the absolute value of 9, what would that be? What's the absolute value of negative 9? No. It's the distance from 0. You're 9 units away. Let me talk to you real quick. Okay, look right here. So here is 0, here is 9, and here is -9. How far are you from 0 if you're 9? How far are you if you're at -9? No. It's like this. Draw me -9 inches on your paper. Let me see this. This will be great. Draw -9. You can't. That's the whole point. You can't. Distance. Aiden, it's just distance. That's all it is. From here to here, we say is 9 units. From here to here is what? 9 units. We don't say negative. All right? We don't say the distance from here to your house is -3 miles. We say it's 3 miles. Okay, welcome. That's what I'm saying about paying attention the whole time. Yeah, well, we've talked about it a whole bunch for 7 problems now. All right? You cannot be negative. Notice every single problem that we do, it's never set equal to a negative, ever. You with me? Because why? Shh, I want to hear.
Because the absolute value has to be
That's exactly right. Distance can't be negative. Distance can't be negative. All right, here we go. Now, we have a problem with this one. Leighton, what's the problem with number 16?
the 5 all the way on the
That's right. There's a 5 all the way on the inside. So one of the rules is isolate the absolute value. You have to isolate the absolute value. So what's the first thing I have to do, Leighton?
If you're trying to, if you're gonna isolate that absolute value,
I have to get rid of the 5. How would I get rid of the 5? No, never distribute through an absolute value. What do you do?
Oh, wait, never mind.
What do you do?
-5.
No. What?
Divide by 5.
Yeah, because that's multiplication. This is 5 times the absolute value. So to undo multiplication, you have to divide by 5. So your first step is divide by 5, divide by 5. So I have the absolute value of 5x minus 10 equals 4. Now it's just like the previous problems. All right? So Mia, how do I write this now?
5x minus 10.
You with me on that? Yes, ma'am.
Wait, so we're not dividing like the stuff in
Those would be the absolute value. Right, inside the absolute value, we haven't isolated yet. All right, we haven't isolated, so I had to divide by 5 first. Now that my absolute value is isolated, it's just like the previous problems. That's what I'm saying. That's a distraction. Put it up. I'm not joking around. I'm trying to make you smarter, and you're playing around. Limit the distractions. It's much easier to be smarter if you do that. Now, did that make sense? Anybody? Grace, you good with that? Diesel, you back there all right?
Yeah.
Hubble? Noah, you good? Come on, man. I have 2 equations written down. I see you only with 1. No, that has the absolute value around it. That's 1 step right there. Now you need to write the other 2.
Can you explain why you divided it?
Well, because one of the rules is when you're solving an absolute value, the absolute value has to be by itself first.
Oh.
You with me on that? It has to be by itself. And this is 5 times the absolute value. Okay?
Oh.
So now we're going to solve this out. All right? Come on now, don't be distracted by him just because he's sitting up front. Now I'm going to add 10. Good. And final answer there. Good. Over here. Good. Thank you, Justice. All right, now speak up when you don't understand these fractions. And like I said, I see some of you furiously writing here. You know, you should be checking your work, not just writing what I'm writing down. You're up. Number 18. What do I have to do first?
Okay, you have to
Come on. Say it. Isolate the absolute value. Right?
So you
What type of 12? So how do I get rid of negative 12? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Correct? I mean it. If I keep looking up here, all right, you're on that problem right there, working it out, not doing and just writing down my stuff that I put on the board. Come on, that's part of the problem. That's why I got some of you guys sitting up front, so I can show you how much time you wasted. So now, absolute value of 6x minus 22 equals 30. You good with that? Now write the equations. Go.
So it's 6x minus 22 equals 30, and 6x minus 22 equals 30.
I'm happy with you. That's good. You good? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Now what?
You add 22,
So 6x equals,
52,
and now what?
you divide
Good.
6
So what number goes into both 52 and 6, guys?
and 2.
2 does, right? Does everybody agree? Yeah. Right, 3 does not go into 52, so it has to be divisible by 2. So 52 divided by 2 is 26, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So you leave it as 26 thirds.
And then you add 22,
Good.
but you like subtract
So what do I get? Just tell me the answer. Negative 30 plus 22.
negative
And so x is equal to, yeah, come on, you just see it as a fraction. I just want you to see it as a fraction. And then, of course, we reduce negative 8/6 to what? Yes, negative 4/3. Okay? All right, Carly, you're up. Go. What do I have to do?
That's it.
Good job.
It's 8 minus x.
Hurry up.
equals
Good job. Now what?
8 minus x equals 3. And 8 minus x equals -3.
Now what do I do?
It's minus 8
Good job, girl.
minus negative x equals negative
Very, very good.
9.
Remember, the negative just means change the sign. Very good. Very smart. Okay, keep going now. X equals what? Yep. Pause a little. I'm watching you still. Hey, shut up. Tell me if you don't know something. What?
On the test, we have to put like negative.
This is exactly what you have to put. What?
I have a question. I don't know how you got
Well, this is like a -1, right? So you can divide by -1 if you want to say that. Or you can just remember if the variable is negative, that just means change the sign. Do you hear me? Okay, Ian, let's go. What am I doing here?
We do
Loud and proud. Come on, man.
+2
Wait a minute. You haven't written the equations yet.
-x/4 - 2 equals 3. And -x/4 - 2 equals -3.
Very, very good, buddy. Okay, now what?
And then we do +2,
Good.
which is 5.
Then what?
-x/4 is equal to 5.
So now what?
Then that's -20 over 4.
So you would just say, listen to me. Come on now. This is where you got to get smarter, okay? Right now, that's just dividing by 4, right? So how do I undo dividing by 4? Right, but there's also a negative here. So we're going to multiply both sides by -4. You hear me? So x equals what?
So is it still a negative?
Yes, negative what?
-20.
Because positive times the negative is a negative. Next, what do I do?
We do +2,
Good,
which is -1.
good.
And isn't it
What am I doing to both sides?
times
Negative what?
-1?
What? What am I dividing by? Yes,
4.
negative, multiplied by -4. Now this is what I'm saying about trying to fix your mistakes. You want to make an A, so this is where I'm saying, that's where you make your mistakes and you fix them and correct them. And then if you're not understanding what I'm saying about this, now's the time you speak up and say, I'm not sure where you're getting the negative from. You understand that? And if you don't understand it, give yourself a minute to look step by step at what we did. Right? Are you writing it down? Or are you thinking about it? Or are you just writing things down?
No, I'm not.
You're what?
Thank you.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Good for you too.
Okay, so how do you get the negative?
How do I get what?
Where do you get like the negative plus -4?
Okay, good question, buddy. I'm going to highlight it. See this negative and this 4. Dividing by 4, I multiply by 4, right? But there's a negative out here. So now if I were to multiply that by -4, it would make it positive 1x. Good question. You still good? Still good? Thomas? You getting all the notes down here? All right, Thomas, I'm going to let you loud and proud now. Come on. Tell me what to do first for number 24. Come on, you got this. What do I have to do? How do I get rid of +2? Minus what? I didn't hear you.
-2.
-2. Good job, Thomas. -2, -2. Good job. Okay, now I want to hear how the two equations are written. Go. Loud and proud. I got to hear it. We got a microphone right here. You're on YouTube. You'll be a star here in a few minutes. Let's go. Loud and proud. Let's go, Thomas. Read me the equations. Say it again now. You're on the right track. Yes, that was Thomas Dan. If you couldn't hear him, that was Thomas.
Who's Thomas?
Oh no, he's kind of shy and quiet.
Not.
Not, definitely not. I know all about you, Thomas. You act like you're quiet.
Did you say my
All right.
English?
I know. I've heard. He's an awesome English student. All right. So now, how do I solve a -5, Thomas? You add 5. All right, Thomas. This one might put you over the top. 8 plus 5. Shh. Good. And how do I get rid of times -3? No, how do you undo multiplication?
Division.
Division. There we go.
So that,
Say the fraction. Read this number. Yeah, say it.
12.
That's a 13. I'm sorry, I don't have neat handwriting. That's clearly a 3.
So, fraction,
You just leave it there. So what is it?
13.
Yes, 13 over 3. Thank you, Thomas.
Negative.
Yes, thank you. The negative. From the peanut gallery. Correcting. Thank you. You know how I like to be corrected. Thomas, what's next? On the next equation, what do I have to do?
9 plus 5
Plus 5. All right, now be careful. Negative 8 plus 5. Shh.
is negative 3.
So, now what?
Divide negative
So x equals
negative, no, positive 1.
positive 1. That was Thomas Dan completing his problem. All right, completely correct. Good job, Thomas. All right, here we go. Next, 26. Uh-oh. You're up.
I'm up.
Nope. Let's get a good laugh in here. Don't laugh at her. What do I do first? Shh.
It's 2x minus 4 in the
Absolute value. Yeah, the lines, we'll call them.
yeah, in the
Absolute value. So what do I do first? Shh.
oh, you would add 2 plus negative 3.
What are we talking about here?
Negative
We
3.
isolate. This is multiplication. This is subtraction. How do I undo subtraction? Yeah, how do I undo subtraction?
Addition.
Wow, thank you. So we have to add 3 first. It was a combination of the last 2 problems. So now I have 2, or absolute value, 2x minus 4 equals, oh, this is what's throwing you off, 7 plus 3. Leave her alone. She needs practice with her mental math. Now what? Shh.
And then 4x.
No, never distribute through an absolute value. Tell her what to do.
You divide.
Thank you, Aiden. You divide by 2. Yes, we divide by 2. So now 2x minus 4 absolute value is equal to 5. Thank you, Aiden. Now, let's see if you can get back on track. Write both equations, please. Shh, not you.
2x minus 4 equals 5, and 2x minus 4 equals negative.
Very good. Now what?
And then you add 4,
Good.
and then it would be
Come on now.
2x equals 9.
So, x equals what?
X equals 9 over 2.
Well, that's half the problem, Chloe.
Mhm.
Let's do the other half now.
Plus 4 plus 4. 2x equals negative 1.
And so,
X equals negative
yes, x equals negative 1. Feels good.
3.
Amazing, actually. Tell me,
Do you ever put things in fractions?
is it decimal?
I mean, decimals.
No, we don't write as decimals. All right, we always leave things as fractions. You all right?
Yeah.
It's too easy for you? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, let's do 28. All right.
Oh,
Do it.
Mr. Trout got this one.
You've done like 4.
You're up. Ava, go.
You divide by 5,
Divide by 5.
so you get 4x minus 8 equals 5.
Now what?
And you do 4x minus 8 equals negative.
Equals what? Good. And then? No.
4x minus 8 equals
You're supposed to write 2 equations. 4x minus 8 equals 5, And then 4x minus 8 equals negative 5. All right? Now, continue.
Then you
Add
add 8,
8.
and then 4x equals 13.
And so,
X equals 13.
continue.
You do plus 8. 4x equals 3.
So,
X equals 3.
very nice. Very, very nice. You ready? Miss Peter Nell, you're up. What do I have to do first?
Add 6.
Add 6. Those are called absolute values. Now, write the two equations. Good job. Now what? Good. Mm-hmm. So x equals. No, remember, negative means change the signs. Negative 1. Yes. All right. You still with me? Okay. Good for you. Now you're just checking. Good. And then what? Mm-hmm. Yay. Guys, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. Now, your job, obviously, now is to knock out the what? Knock out the odds. All right? And I will post them so you can double check your work. All right? No excuse for that. If you want to hear the video explanation, you can look at it. Now, look, some of you guys, I'm trying to show you how you're distracted a little bit, which is causing problems. It's not time to pack up, is it? What time's the bell ring? You got 3 minutes? That's enough time.
It's 2:13.
All right. All right.
Mr. Stroud.